friends, it's Julie Norman, and today we're going to talk about how did November go. And I would love to hear how your November went. Did you celebrate the fall? Did you celebrate Thanksgiving? For those of you who are not in the U.S., I know Canadian Thanksgiving happened a month ago, but how did you celebrate the harvest, getting ready your season? So let's take a look at how mine went. Of course, in my October book, this is a planner perfect, and it is size wide. These are traveler's notebooks, if you're not familiar with this. Oh, and by the way, my name is Julie Norman, and I put out planner and planner-related videos on Tuesdays and Fridays, and I hope you will enjoy this and get something out of it, and will join me for another one. Let's look at how November went. So let's start here, and this page you've seen before if you saw the previous video on how October went, because the calendar here, I used the Mary Engelbright daily calendar this last year for my pages, and I've enjoyed using that, although I'm going to do a different one next time, and I will share that with you in an upcoming video, probably as a postscript. My normal washi tape setup with stickers and such, my little love note to myself, and then kind of defining my day, the top things I want to do to get today, and then some journaling. I did start off with Nanowrimo, and I'm going to use that as my PS today of how Nanowrimo went for me in November. You can probably guess because you haven't heard a lot about it from me. And this was the day of voting. And this is kind of interesting because I noticed that a lot of people have different I voted stickers. I really liked the ones that we got here in Montana. They're We the People and the flag. And when I was in Minnesota, it just was like a red sticker that said I voted. So this is kind of cool. Although, who knows if we really have those results back yet, but that's another story, isn't it? I had a sick day. I thought I had the virus, but it turned out, I did take a test and it turned out negative, so it was just flu, which I had the flu shot, so just how effective are these masks anyways? But yeah, it's just fabric masks, so what can you expect? I'm just going to page through as we talk. And I used a lot of stickers here because I was starting to do a little less journaling of the day. Here's when I started to look at altered books and such. And it's just a very simple setup. It's nothing fancy. A lot of it is just writing, a little washi. You don't have to have all the stickers and stuff to make it fun, though. And I used this sticker because I had a bunch of them whenever we had, like, snow. And so I have a few of those left for when we have some more snow. So I kind of, sometimes you can save a sticker for a certain thing, so that way when you see it in your journal or your planner, then you know that's what happened. Here's when I was doing my candle method. Now here's something kind of fun. Instead of getting up and lighting all these candles, because sometimes I didn't have clean surfaces. Yeah, didn't I mention before, I'm not a big cleaner. But, you know, especially with the chronic issues, it's just things, I'm not always on top of things all the time. And okay, I'm probably not on top of things most of the time. I drew pictures of candles, and then when I accomplished it, I used an orange felt tip pen to light them, and I colored them in. This one was my dishes, laundry, dusting, writing, shop booth, and then I had a trio of other things. So it's very simple. Candles are so easy to draw. So if you don't actually want to light a candle, you can always do it in your book, and it's kind of fun to be able to light them. Just another option for getting things done. This is a nope. I went down to mail a package, and I slipped on the cow guard, and it was snowy or slippery, and that took me out for a good day because of my chronic issues. Anything big like that takes me out. And that's why I'm really looking forward to doing the autoimmune protocol paleo diet to see if that will give me some alleviation. Then I had, in the back of the book, I had taken some notes about setting up my video camera for these YouTube videos. That was really helpful. And then at the end of the book, just did a quick month in a review. It really wasn't a month in review because it was not quite the end of the whole month, but just some stickers together. We had Veterans Day, we had snow, I found gluten-free pancakes, and that was really fun because I haven't had really good pancakes for a while. My dog, all kinds of stuff. So, you know, that's to symbolize YouTube. So that was that in that book, and then I moved into this one, which I had put together myself. And this was kind of fun. Mid-November too, and then I'm going to fill this in because you'll see the end of the end here. I had started it off with a date, and I did the little candle drawing again here. And then I did my Thanksgiving plan of what I wanted to do, so I could, because I didn't know what page was going to be Thanksgiving in here. This was my mock-up of my new task planner, and I will link that video above so you can see what that looks like. It was kind of fun project. So a lot of this was a callback to the scripting method that Planner Perfect does, and I'm doing the quotes, which I really don't adhere to anymore. It's almost my love note version, and because I don't like the word scripting as connotations going back to things that I don't agree with, which is what I'm going to talk about in my Breaking Up with Planet Perfect video, which I am still working on. I'm going to substitute teach tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure I will have time to do some writing. Like, I don't have time now, but it's hard during the day sometimes at home. Sometimes I really miss those days when I could go to a coffee shop and get things done, but it's just not in the cards right now. And here's me saying I am not enjoying this paper, and that's so true. This book, I forgot to mention, this is the wide size in the Carpe Diem. These are the journals that came. One of them came in each of the covers. I will link that video of the unboxing so you can see what I mean. It's just a flat paper. It's a thick paper, so it doesn't really bleed through, which is nice, but it's just kind of flat, and it doesn't feel like there's life. And that's probably just me. Here's Thanksgiving and all the party details. Now, Marie Engelbright got this right. She made her calendar day, and there's 2 people on these hilltops. And this one is yelling Happy Thanksgiving to the other one. And I bet she had no idea when she put this image in here that we're going to be social distancing Thanksgiving. So that was kind of cool. That was my day. And this is from the Antiquarian sticker book. And that's kind of how I feel sometimes. This is me and my husband. And then, this is I wrote out a prayer that I had, or a conversation I have with God, or of what I think God might have said to me, which was kind of saying, quit watching so many YouTube videos and distracting yourself with video games, and come to me instead, which, yeah, okay, that's so true. And then I did some online shopping for Black Friday, didn't go out. And here is the end, November 30th. And a lot of this is what I journal, is how I'm feeling and what I'm doing. And part of it, of course, is what I want to do that day, or what I want to remember. But the new task manager thing is, when I don't want to do all of this, list all of this out, then I'll just put it into that, and we'll move my cards around, because sometimes this gets a little boring, especially since I'm really excited to I already have moved into my December book, and that is the one that I made that is junk journal style, junk journal-ish. It is more of a functional one with lots and lots of places to journal, a few places that aren't. And I am so excited, and I feel like I don't want to junk it up so much with just this kind of stuff. I want it to be more of the journal and the keepsake, and it's interesting how a journal, the way it feels, is the way that I want to write in it or to use it. Because this one that I use, this Carpe Diem one, I just felt, it's just paper, it's just normal paper. It's not inspiring, but it works. So, a lot of times I didn't, do much, or I didn't make it pretty, but it's just very functional. But let me just give you a sneak peek. Alright, here is my Carpe Diem cover. This is the Traveler's Notebook cover. Here is my journal, and I will link it here or below on a flip through. But I'm so excited, it's a lot of fun. And I even stuck this in here so I could have my prayer list here in the front. But I did a little flip through, and the setup of this has changed slightly. I've done a few tweaks and stuff. But here's today. And isn't this fun? Isn't this I love how the papers change. This paper here is from the Carpe Diem, which is just a regular paper. But this one is I think it's from an Erin Condren, and it's that nice Erin Condren paper. It feels thick and sturdy, but also has a little texture to it. And I can't wait to get into this. But see how I don't really want to make this a diary of, I gotta go and wash the dishes today, I gotta do laundry today. It's just more inspiring than that. This is one of my favorite poems, probably heard of it, Stopping by the Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. And I had this out of an old prose and poetry book. It is so brittle that when I tried to put the adhesive on, it started to rip, so I had to do a different kind of adhesive. And this wood stump is from the Antiquarian sticker book. And I tore off the bottom and I put it on top just to kind of glue that down because it just didn't all fit on here correctly. But this is just so fun. It's more creative, and I've been having a little, fun doing some things on it. And this I will review for you at the end of December. So I hope that was a little bit of inspirational to you. Just kind of a peek inside how some people, one person might do it, and there is no really right or wrong way to use your planners and to journal. Basically, if you're using it and it's helping you in some form or other, then it is working. Because you need to let go of perfectionism and think that you have to fill up a book in a certain amount of time. That if I had let that hold me back for this October book, I would have so many blank pages at the end. Because I didn't finish this book until mid-November. So there was like half a month here that I was still in my October book. In some ways, to give up that perfectionism and just let things flow and happen. So there is a balance between those two. And the same thing with November. My last November, in my November-ish book, was on the December 6th. And I'm going to admit here that I did try to hurry the ending here. I wanted to end it on last weekend because I really wanted to get into December and because I was ready for that transition into the Christmas and the holiday season. So I did rush the gun a little bit on that. But, you can do that. Because it's mine, and there's no planner police out there that I know of. Nobody's come over to arrest me on. So that is what I have for you today. And I hope you enjoyed this, and please give it a thumbs up if you got something out of it. And I hope that you will subscribe and come back later to see the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a joyful day. Goodbye. P.S. As promised, here is my Nanowrimo update. This is pretty much looks like what it did when I showed it to you. That is because this first week really threw me off. I think I got sick somewhere in here. We had the voting. I think I did okay the first week, but the second week I was sick, and I think I had the flu. And I was so thrown off my schedule and everything and my momentum that I had to force myself to even sit down and write. I don't know what it was, but it was like maybe the timing wasn't right for me, and I was trying to force something to happen that it wasn't the right time, and that could very well be right now. And with my autoimmune issues and such, I do have a lot of brain fog. See what I mean? Not brain frog, brain fog. Boy, I'm not going to edit that typo up because it really is appropriate. So you can see what I mean. I was really struggling because once I get sick, I notice that I can't think as well as I do when I'm well. And I've even tested myself on like a crossword puzzle or something, or a Sudoku puzzle. And an easy one, a normal day, I can whip right through those. And when I'm sick, I can barely get part of it done. So there is something that is happening in my brain that I just can't do it like normal. And I was actually kind of boring myself in the story, and I'm thinking I really need a plot twist. So I did a random generator of plot twists, and that helped a little bit, but it was just like I was forcing it, and it wasn't feeling genuine. And I know that there is some thought about having, what do you call it? There's that brain fog again. Gosh, I need to have a smoothie with a lot of the, what do you call those things that help you? Gosh, flaxseed and anti-inflammatory things. Oh gosh, yesterday we hiked. Maybe I'll throw some pictures up here while we talk. We went to one of my favorite hiking spots, and yes, I am digressing because that's where what my brain's doing. We went to one of my favorite places, and it's Sioux Charlie. It is called the Trail, and it's by the Stillwater Mine, and it's so lovely there. But I haven't felt like hiking. I'm on some new meds, and I haven't felt like hiking for like a month or two. And it was near 60-degree weather in December, so let's go. Let's try it out. And of course, I overdid it. And today, me and the dog were resting, basically. So there's a lot of, I think I'm getting some inflammation from just overdoing things. So that can happen too, because being sick probably really threw that off. So it took a while for my brain to catch up again. And by that time, half the month was gone. And so I said, okay, I'm going to still do 1,000 words a day. So I tried that. And most days I did. But I didn't make near as much as I wanted to. However, I did have some forward progress, and sometimes you just have to stop and not force your body, your brain to do something that isn't working. And because I was spending too much energy on trying to make it happen when it probably just shouldn't have happened. So just my update. I made some progress, not a lot. I didn't win this year at all. Actually, I didn't even go on Nano and report anything either. So I am not a winner at all in Nanowrimo officially, but I did get something done. So that was my final update in the writing. Thank you so much for watching to the end. And if you did Nanowrimo, how did you do? Did you win? Did you not? And hopefully you did better than I did. So thank you so much for watching, and have a joyful day. Goodbye.